Coming up on Vegas Nation Blitz, it's a good week for a bye week. With the Raiders' blowout loss to the Chiefs in the rearview mirror, we take a look at how the Raiders are doing at close to the midway point of the season. We look at where the Raiders are at in the draft rankings. We look at an update on some injuries, and we recap where Jakobi Meyers stands with the silver and black. A bye week primer, Vegas Nation Blitz starts right now.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.
Self-scouting opportunity for us, big chance to make sure that we know what our opponents are seeing and to tweak and adjust and be creative with how we do that. That's what this time is always for. Chance to take a look at some young guys to give them a better shot in a couple days that we practice with them, just a better chance to show us where they fit or how far they've come and can they help us. So it's all pretty much the normal stuff, but that's what we're focusing on.
That was head coach Pete Carroll sharing what he wants to get out of this bye week. Hello and welcome into Vegas Nation Blitz, the bye week edition. I'm your host, Dominic Lavoie. So the NFL holding its fall meetings in New York. Raiders beat writer Vinny Bonsignore is there with an update from Mark Davis on the job security of his coach and general manager.
It was interesting talking to Mark Davis at the NFL owners meetings in New York. Coming off that loss in Kansas City, that was a humbling experience for everybody with the Raiders, and it wasn't easy for him to sit there and watch that. Just from offense to defense, it was a complete breakdown, and he wasn't happy about it, and there's no question about that. But one of the things that he thought about as he digested that loss was the 53-point loss by the Aces last August, and that put them at 14-14, and he actually thought about, hey, is this thing working? Is it time to maybe blow this thing up and start all over? But he resisted that urge and had faith in his decision makers with the Aces. And what do? They win 16 straight games, 17 really get in the playoffs, and they rolled to their third WNBA championship in 4 years. And he's using that as kind of an analogy on how he's handling what's going on with the Raiders right now. It's not where he wants it to be, or anybody for that matter. But he has trust in John Spytek, the general manager. He has trust and faith in Pete Carroll, the head coach. And obviously Tom Brady is part of that as well. And even though it's disappointing right now, not where anybody wants it to be, he has faith in those decision makers to get the Raiders to where everybody in that building wants the Raiders to get to. So for now, he's practicing patience, kind of leaning on his experiences with the Aces and hoping that it turns out just as well as it did with the Aces.
Now Heidi Fang has her one thing for the bye week, and it has to do with some injured Raiders.
Thanks, Dom. Two Raiders who sustained serious injuries that landed them on injured reserve are on their way back, according to head coach Pete Carroll. Lonnie Johnson suffered a fracture in his leg during the Raiders' mock game.
We had hoped if we really hit it right that he would be back after the bye. So we'll see what happens in 2 weeks. And keep my fingers crossed.
Safety Lonnie Johnson could be an instant contributor for the team. He was originally thought to play a rotational role at safety, perhaps even special teams. He suffered a broken leg in the team's mock game back in August. In fact, that was August 2nd that he sustained his injury. Since then, he's been in good spirits, though, looking forward to getting back on the field with the silver and black. He even posted to social media, going viral, supporting his team while wearing a cast and suited up for the silver and black. The other Raider who could make his return following the bye week is quarterback Aiden O'Connell. O'Connell suffered a right wrist fracture during the team's preseason finale against the Arizona Cardinals. Here's Pete Carroll with more.
We haven't seen him throwing anything, can't practice yet, but he's getting there, and he's in pretty good shape right now.
I'm Heidi Fang. That's one thing I'm watching for Raiders fans. Back to you, Dom.
And now the race for the #1 overall pick. For those fans of the silver and black hoping that this season could result in a top draft pick, it's not looking too great. We're going to take a look at Tankathon, where the Raiders are currently 2 games back of the first pick at pick number 7, while the New York Jets hold the first overall pick currently at 0-7 on the year. The Raiders' remaining strength of schedule sits at 543, which is the 6th weakest amongst the teams projected to get a top 10 pick. And Tankathon's mock draft has the Raiders selecting Peter Woods out of Clemson. The defensive lineman has 21 tackles and 1 sack so far this season. And now the Jakobi Meyers saga. You might recall Meyers requesting a trade back in August and then standing on that request ahead of week 1. Well, now Meyers is doubling down on his desire to be dealt out of Vegas.
As far as wanting to be traded? Yeah. Oh, for sure. But I'm saying, I'm a professional at the end of the day. I'm just trying to play good football. So at the end of the day, if I'm here, Like I said, I'll play good football. If I'm not here, I'll go out there and play whatever I'm supposed to do.
So far this season, Meyers has 29 catches on 42 targets for 329 receiving yards. That yardage good enough for 33rd in the NFL. Now, Meyers' approach to his current situation is all business.
I got no control over that. If I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not, I'm not. Wherever I'm at, I'm trying to get healthy and play good football. That's really all it is. I got my boys with me. We out here hooping, having fun. It ain't looking how we want it to, and that's the goal, is to fix it, right? But in the meantime, as long as I'm just here with them playing and enjoying the day.
Now, this whole debacle stems from Meyers not receiving a new contract. He's in the final year of his current deal, which he signed in March of 2023. Here's Meyers on Tuesday on that exact contract situation.
That window kind of just closed with the offseason ending, so I'm just focused on being where my feet are. At the end of the day, if it get done, I don't care. I really just want to be in a good spot for me, for my family. And like I said, really just play good football, because you only got so long to play the game. So that's the goal, playing the best football that I possibly can.
All right, now after the break, Adam Hill joins the show to share his fast take on the Jakobi Meyers situation. Plus, we take you inside the Raiders Rev Up Watch Party at team headquarters Sunday for the Chiefs game. Stick around.
DNR House of Diamonds is Las Vegas's elite private office jeweler. We specialize in natural and lab-grown loose diamonds, engagement rings, and custom design. If you're looking for lab-grown diamonds, we have one of the largest selections at the best prices in Las Vegas. We make luxury affordable every day.
And now for a fast take on the Jakobi Meyers saga. Here's Adam Hill.
Hey, it's Adam Hill, and it's time for your fast takes. And this week, we talk about Jakobi Meyers, one of the best players on the team, one of the best guys in the locker room. He's been a great influence. He's done everything the Raiders have wanted him to do over the last several years, and that's why it's time to trade him. Yes, he's an important player. Yes, he means a lot to the team, but he's not really helping you at all this year. Obviously, we see what the record is. He's been playing through injury, and he wants a trade. This week, he was asked if the trade he asked for before the season is still what he desires. He didn't talk around it. He didn't talk in cliches. He said, yes, I still want to be traded, but I'm still doing what I can to help this team. But what helps this team right now is getting future assets. It's not going to matter what he does the rest of the season. The record is going to be the record. They need to build for the future. It's going to help not only the team to get a draft pick, but it's going to help Jakobi Meyers, and it's also going to send the message that the team does what's right by the players. Jakobi Meyers wants out. He's not really doing the team any good. Let him go. Get a pick for him. Let him go somewhere else. That word gets around the league that the Raiders do take care of their players, whether it's keeping them here and taking care of them or sending them off when it's time to go.
All right, now let's go inside the watch party the Raiders threw on Sunday. Fans getting a unique viewing experience as they pack the indoor practice field at team headquarters to watch a Week 7 game against the Chiefs.
You can see the people behind me and the fact that they've really been invested in this opportunity to really be part of, the Raider Nation. This is a different. We didn't have this when I was growing up. Didn't have this, as a player. I didn't see anything like this, but it's great fan engagement, but also too, it goes for a good cause as well. So it's cool that the new fans are kind of getting, kind of brought into the culture and into the family.
Now the event itself had games, food, and drinks, plus Raiders alumni connecting with the fans, making that a special part of being a former member of the Silver and Black.
I think it brings the fans that much closer to know, wait, this is the space where they actually practice. There's something sacred about being brought into somebody's home. It's special though, because you get to see where the athletes are doing exactly what they need to do to produce every single Sunday throughout the season. I know living in LA, I never, growing up as a Los Angeles Raiders fan, I never made it down to the facility. I didn't even know where the facility was. It felt like it was off limits. So this makes the players, the Raiders, feel a little bit more reachable and touchable. It's a cool connection.
Now there's more outside the event with classic cars lined up just outside the field with a very special 57 Chevy capturing a lot of people's attention, including some alumni for the Raiders.
A lot of the alumni people that came up, really enjoyed them coming up. I've owned the car for 30 years now. I fell in love with it because it was a perfect color, because the interior has got the little silver and black in it. The out is called the ivory, but it's basically white. I found out the car was made in Oakland. I've always been a Raider fan, so I always like to show the true being a fan.
Now the event itself, which raised money for the Raiders Foundation, was an overall success for the Silver and Black during rivalry weekend.
It's been definitely an experience. I was glad that the Raiders reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in coming to this. It's been a really good experience.
All right, now that'll do it here for Vegas Nation Blitz. Thank you all for tuning in on a bye week, and make sure to return next Wednesday for Vegas Nation Blitz once again to get you set for the rest of the season, plus to hold you over until then. Make sure to follow us on social media at Vegas Nation and follow along on the web at vegasnation.com, and make sure to catch the Vegas Nation First and 10 podcast on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Now, once again, thanks for hanging with us on a week off. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.